Hello, and welcome to our podcast, One More Skill. Today's topic is Agile. We're done. What is Agile? Is it a methodology?
This is not a popular question among the companies and individuals who claim to be agile. They apply agile practices without being able to understand them or explain them properly. They refer to agile as a methodology, tool, system, mindset, and sometimes even as a collection of rules. But none of those options is entirely correct. If we think about methodology, we can understand that it consists of rules and prescribed procedures, which Agile is trying to avoid. In fact, Agile delivers principles and values, which can serve as guidance for the team in order to find their methodology, or even create their own approach. Finally, Agile is so flexible that it can help the team and organization to adapt to any specific circumstances and handle any unique problem or issue. Agile won't tell you what to do, but it will help you to make your own decisions.
Thank you. Which is, in your opinion, the most important Agile principle?
All Agile principles are important. There are 12 principles, but I would start with the third one. Deliver working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference of shorter time scale. This principle gives you opportunity to reduce your work amount and deliver results in small batches. So consequently, you will also reduce your planning time and have flexibility not just in working, but also in planning. There is another principle which says satisfy your customer with early and continuous delivery. This is an absolute priority for the team because if the customer is not satisfied, nothing else matters. Another principle says welcome changing requirements even in the later development stages. If you do not do so, if you do not accept any changing requirements during the development, you may ignore the improvement in the market, the innovations of other companies, and finally, you will just deliver to your customer an obsolete product. So in order to guarantee a competitive advantage of your customer in the market, you should be able to accept changing requirements in a flexible way.
Makes sense. Can you be agile by following the ceremonies and using definitions of Scrum?
Mm, Following Scrum ceremonies, mm, using the practices of Kanban and extreme programming is a good step in becoming agile, but it is not a first step. Firstly, you need to be aligned with the principles and values of agile. You need to make your decisions based on those values, and only afterwards decide you want to work with Scrum, you choose Kanban, extreme programming, or any other framework or approach. Firstly, you need to understand the whole idea behind of Agile. Blindly following the standards which can be derived from Scrum, Kanban, or any other framework won't make you agile. Let's imagine this scenario. You have daily stand up, you use Kanban board with some sticky notes, and you do pair programming, which we can derive from extreme programming framework. And at the same time, you violate against some principles of Agile. You ignore the customer satisfaction. You do not accept any change requirements during any development stage. In this case, you won't be considered as Agile. But if you're aligned with all those principles, if you make your decisions based only on the values and principles of Agile, but at the same time, you have your daily stand-up around the coffee in a casual way with your team members. You do not have Kanban board. Instead, you have just a piece of paper. And finally, you do a solo programming and not a pair programming, and only afterwards share your code with your teammates. In spite of all this mentioned, you will still be agile because you're aligned with Agile Manifesto.
Thank you so much, Vardan. That was all today.